Have you ever felt the need to talk differently just because of the people that you are with? This is often due to social identity, where we adopt group norms such as their language and slang in order to fit in. Tajfel and Turner theorized that social identity is where we adopt group norms not just to fit in, but because our group becomes a part of who we are. Belonging is what validates our identity. Take the Cypriot dialects, for example. Cypriots can speak Greek fluently, but they choose to speak Kypriaka as it's a part of who they are and how they identify.
Κύπριος. Ούτε Ελληνοκύπριος, ούτε Τουρκοκύπριος. Κύπριος.
In Ash's theory of normative social influence, showed that people would agree with obvious wrong answers in order to fit in and to match with the group, even though that they knew that it was the wrong answer. That is how strong the power to conform truly is. We can see this today in people using TikTok slang in order to not stand out, such as these. Finally, have you ever noticed that in some groups, there is that one individual and people copy them and gravitate towards them without even realizing? This is often explained by Turner's self-categorization theory, where groups look to a prototype, the person who they see as best representing the group and what it stands for, and others naturally shift their behavior to align with them. So we've seen that psychology explains why we adopt group norms, why we conform even when we don't want to, and how we copy prototypes within our group. But this isn't just about slang or cliques. This can change whole cultures. A powerful example of this is Calabria Greek, or Greco, which is spoken in southern Italy. In the 1920s, during the rise of fascism, the government pushed for Italianization, where Italian was promoted as the one proper language. Dialects and minority languages, like Greco, were seen as backward or lower class. Under this kind of social pressure, many parents stopped passing the language down to their children. This meant that over time, the dialect has begun to fade, not because people stopped valuing it privately, but because identity and belonging depended on conforming to the dominant group. Social pressure isn't always negative. It helps cultures and language to evolve, but it can also erase minority voices. Now you have this information, you have the choice. We do conform to protect belonging, but we also have the power to choose which groups shape our identity.